Bulls and the Browns, next on Madden Football.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was an absolutely dominating shutdown performance for them because they shut down the run, they shut down the pass. I think at one point the question was whether or not they could actually hold them to negative yardage for the entire game. That's how well they played. I don't know if those numbers can carry over to this one, but they do expect to play at a high level.
So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Now Stewart to throw from his end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
To throw with Stewart from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now, As his first punt will come from his own end zone. He was in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate. Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, second and 8. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 2, here's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. They'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bulls have taken the early lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
For the right play, yeah.
That too.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Stewart firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Haskins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stewart. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
1st and 10.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this just won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Back to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, Haskins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stewart to throw it. Finding Green complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stewart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
That's good.
On 1st down, Stewart. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Play action, Stewart. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Stewart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Stewart. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able...
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the run challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
Let's go! Let's go!
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And he's all touchdown. That's caught. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bulls have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spans 13 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go. The football led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The throw over the middle taken in.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across. Throwing now, Stewart. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stewart sets to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Let's go, let's go!
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. The Armadillos looking very much like an early Super Bowl favorite as they run their record to 5-1 on the year. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Stewart, second down. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he is going to have the Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stewart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Let's go.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down, here's Stewart. And that's complete. It's Green here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands
hands it off out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Second and 5. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Stewart looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hartman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
63 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bulls had 6 to their lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Extra point attempt to come here. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
On first down, Stewart. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Stewart. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On first down, Haskins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Stiff-armed him. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Stewart to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. Haskins, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stewart. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's Stewart on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Browns Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hartman. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Stewart now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete as well. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for our visitors, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.